Assalamualaikum and good evening to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Ikhwan. My name is Nurin Nazifa Binti Hamdan and I will introduce my group member which are Abdullah Hamdi bin Hamsa, Omar Ikhwan bin Muhamed Fauzi, Nur Amanina binti Yunus, Suzila Sambu Anak Meliba, and Muhammad SAIFUL bin Muhammad SHAID. We are from Group 2. Today we're going to present about productivity of acid soil in Malaysia for crop production. Firstly, what is acid soil? Acid soil is soil with low pH contain relatively high amount of actionable hydrogen and aluminium. Soil acidity will measure in pH unit. pH is a measure of the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution. It will measure on a logarithmic scale from 1 to 14 with 7 being neutral. So, soil that have pH lower than 7 is acid. A soil with a pH of 4 has 10 times more acid than a soil with pH of 5. And soil with pH of 5 has 100 times more acid than a soil with pH of 6. That means the lower of a soil pH, so greater the acidity of soil. Next, I will pass to Omar to explain about acidic in Malaysia.
So, where are the acidic soil in Malaysia? So, as we can see here from the map, acidic soil mostly covered in the west side of Peninsular Malaysia. As you can see here, the acidic soil covered from Perlis and go down under to Johor. And as we can conclude, acidic soil are mostly at the coastline part of Peninsular Malaysia. All right, next to Saiful Hanif.
All right, thank you, Omar. Okay, I will talk about the factor affecting soil acidity. We have rainfall, nitrogen fertilizer, crop, and subsoil acidity. So basically, calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium held in the soil colloid are replaced by the hydrogen ion. So we will talk about rainfall first. Rainfall contribute to a soil acidity. Water, H2O, combined with the carbon dioxide, CO2, to form a weak acid. Carbon is formed carbonic acid, H2CO3. The weak acid ionized, releasing hydrogen H plus and carbonate HCO3. The released hydrogen ion replaces the calcium ion held by the soil colloid, causing the soil to become acidic. And then we will talk about nitrogen fertilizer. For the nitrogen fertilizer, nitrogen level affects soil pH too. Nitrogen sources such as synthetic fertilizer, manure, legume, contain ammonium. This increases soil acidity unless the plant or the crop directly absorb the ammonium ion. The greater the nitrogen fertilization rate, the greater the soil acidification. As ammonium is converted to the nitrate in the soil, H plus or hydrogen ion are released. For each pound of nitrogen as converted to ammonium, it takes approximately 1.8 pounds of pure calcium carbonate to neutralize the residual acidity. So the nitrate that is provided can combine with the basic cation like calcium, magnesium, potassium, and leach from the topsoil into the subsoil. Next, we will talk about our crops. Legume like soybean, alfalfa, and clover tend to take up more cation in the proportion to anion. This causes hydrogen ion to be released from the plant root to maintain the electrochemical balance within the tissue. The result is net soil acidification. And the lastly is subsoil acidity. Even if the topsoil 6-inch, the topsoil show the pH above 6, the subsoil may be extremely acidic. When subsoil pH drop below 5.0, aluminium and manganese in the soil become much more soluble. And some soil may be toxic to the plant growth, such as cotton and some extent soybean. Example of crop that are sensitive to highly soluble aluminium level in the subsoil. The crop yield may be reduced under condition of low subsoil pH. So thank you. It's all from me. So I will.
Okay, this is the characteristic of plant growth that usually grow well in acidic soil. First is highly adaptable. Second, tolerate the pH range. Uh, Third is prefer moderate water, and lastly is acid loving. Okay, this is the list of crop production which are adaptable or non-adaptable with acid soil. Okay, for adaptable, there are three types of crop. First is commercial crop, second vegetable crop, and third is fruits crop. For commercial crop, we have oil palm, coconut tree, cocoa tree, rubber tree, and coffee tree. For vegetables, we had corn, carrot, tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. For fruits crop, we had strawberries, rambutan, durian, jackfruit, citrus, mango, and dragon fruit. For non-adaptable, for commercial crop we have paddy field. Second is landscape or ornamental plant. Lastly is banana fruit. So I pass to the next speaker.
Thank you, Nina. So next, I will talk about the comparison plant growth in acidic and non-acidic soil. So for the acidic soil, it will increase the availability of some element to toxic level, for example, aluminum and manganese. Next is affected roots grow that cause plants stunted. Seedling growth is disturbed, decrease the availability of plant nutrients such as phosphorus and molybdenum. And lastly, degraded the favorable environment for bacteria, earthworm, and other soil organisms. For the non-acidic soil, the crops will grow healthy, it will produce high yield, avoided from the plant diseases by soil, and plant grow bigger and faster for the non-acidic soil. And lastly, it will absorb more plant nutrient from the soil. So that's all from me.
Okay, I will continue with the effect of acidic soils to crop productions. Effect to crop. The first is aluminum and manganese toxicity. Crops roots become thick and stubby, inefficient root system, displaying symptoms of drought stress. And for the second is micronutrient deficiencies. Deficiencies of micronutrients such as MO, molybdenum, and zinc frequently limit the plants to grow on acid soils. And the third is reduced nutrient availability. The availability of N, P, K, S, C, A, and N to crop will be reduced and show deficiency symptom despite adequate fertilizer application. And the plant disease affect crop disease caused or exacerbated by extreme of pH. So that's all for effect of acidic soil.
As conclusion, the desirable pH range for optimum plant growth varies among crops, while some grow best in the 6 to 7 range. Others grow well under slightly acidic soil condition. Soil property that influence the need for and respond to land vary by region. A knowledge of the soil and the crop is important in managing soil pH for the best crop performance. A well-maintained soil pH will maintain the value of the soil resource, maximize crop and pasture choice, and avoid production loss due to the low pH. I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.